Hello there, and welcome to the channel!
I'm River.
And I'm Zane.
And we are
building a shell challenge build shell thingy-majiggy! So, this is the very first shell challenge that we have undertaken in our Sims 4 journey. And this one is by LilSimsie, who you might know from YouTube or Twitch and maybe other social places that are social. I don't know. So, okay, we'll quickly explain the rules to you. So, a shell challenge, if you don't know, is when you cannot change any of the rules that have been predetermined or pre-assigned on a build. So as you can see here, we have this weird shape going on right here. And what we're not allowed to do is do something like this, where you change the size of the build and relocate the walls to other locations, and we can't build more walls like this to like change the overall shape of it.
gasp.
But what you can do, from what I understand, is that you can still use half walls. So you can still come in and do something like this if you wanted. As you can see with the half wall, that is perfectly fine from what I understand.
Cheetah.
What it is, like, it kind of is if you use like a wall like this, I feel like. But, you know, if you can still use half walls, you can still use half walls, so go for it. Do whatever you want. Basically, it's just for fun. That's the ultimate goal. So, we will swap on over to our build, and we'll give you a little tour, shall we?
Woo!
So here we are. This is the final build!
Ooh, I forgot about this one. This is so cool.
I love how this one turned out, even though I had so much trouble and everything, but I love it. I ended up calling it the observatory.
Ooh.
Purely because the roof looks like one of those observatory things where it like opens up and then out comes a telescope. So, the main inspiration for this build was, of course, the roof. I started off with the roofs and I was like, I want to do like a really weird roof that makes no sense whatsoever on this building, but I'm going to make it work somehow.
You're the roof guy.
I'm the roof guy. Oh, no, now there's an expectation to do roofs. What if I don't want to do a roof? So as you can see, the shell is still in there. It still exists. We didn't change the walls or nothing. It's there. And it boggles my mind, because whenever I go back to this house and look at it, I'm like, I swear that the shell wasn't this big. This seems way too big. I feel like I changed one of the rooms or the walls, and I'm like, oh, did I? And then I look at the original shell, and I'm like, no, that's it. That's correct. You didn't do it, and it's good. You're good to go. So like, yes. So as you might have seen by now, this is the front, but we'll get a nice closer look for you guys. Over here we have some bins. There is 2 of them, because in Australia we have multiple bins. We technically have 3, but I felt like 3 bins in The Sims was a bit overkill.
And Sims love to compost.
Yeah, so well, of course, with that many plants at the house, you'll definitely have to do some composting. And we'll come over here and we have like this nice little staircase up to a front deck. It technically is still like a square, basic front deck, but I feel like with the glass roof here, it kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. And I really like that. And of course, this here is a roof. It's technically not a wall, so it's allowed and it's usable, and your Sims can actually walk inside it, and it's awesome. And I just love it.
Yeah, from what I remember, this is my favorite part of the build.
Well, see, this is like that weird little triangle piece, and when I first got it as well, I was also like, where is like the dumbest place you could put a front door? And I'm like, this part right here seems like the most awkwardest place you could put a front door. So I put one there, because I was like, I want a challenge, and this seems like a challenge.
Good idea.
Yeah. And as you can see, we've also got like a workstation and an art station at the front here, and I thought it'd just be like really nice.
And it's like a nice cool area underneath a tree,
Yeah.
so you don't get like sunburn.
Exactly, even though the sun's right on it. Oops. We'll do the outside, then we'll do the inside. So we come over to this side, and we have like a little side balcony that the door is accessible via the bedroom. And we have like a nice little chess table, and we have gardening stuff over here underneath another roof piece that I've kind of made into like another greenhouse effect. I just love doing it. It's just so much fun.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
I just want to do it, like, oh, it looks so magical. I want a house like this.
I want to live in a greenhouse. Converted greenhouse.
Converted greenhouse. I swear someone has done that. And I'm like, damn, that's awesome. So we come down here, we have some stairs into a nice little back area, and they've got a pool and a barbecue and a seating place and a lounge place and can even work out, and it's awesome.
And it's like so private too.
It is. I love this wall. Like, this wall is like a concrete one, but then there's like this one random one that has bricks. I'm like, that's cool. I love that. Let's use that. So we have that, and we have lots and lots of gardening, which I did. And okay, so now with the roof here, you can see the roof kind of doesn't match the shape of the building. So what I did is I kind of like did this, and I used the terrain tool to like manipulate the terrain, because I was like, I really wanted the house to look like it was coming out the side of a hill, like it was built into a hill. But you can't really do that in The Sims because the soil doesn't really go straight up to the walls. So I was like, I'll just put roof over it.
Sneaky.
I think it still looks good, even though it doesn't really make sense realistically, but I felt like that's just what I had to do. So we'll come inside, we'll go into play mode, and we'll try and get into the camera because I feel like this thing is a lot better for showing off stuff. So here we are at the front entranceway thing. It's like an entrance to the entrance. We're coming here, and as you can see, we have like a nice little seat, so you can take off your shoes or put on your shoes in like a nice little green area that should smell nice with all the flowers. And as you can see here, we have the front door, and we're going inside. And right off in the right hand corner here, we have like a nice little desk. I used a table because in base game there's no singular desks, so you kind of have to like opt out for just using the straight up table. There's no other options.
I like it, it's really nice.
I think it's really pretty, it's cute, and you can put plants in it and everything. I'm like, plants are always a plus.
Yeah.
And then we'll come over here, and we have the lounge room, and we have this couch here that I found, and I'm like, this is such a weird looking couch. And so I decided to use it because I had orange, and I went for an orange color scheme apparently for this house.
I like the faux luggage thing that you've got there.
This thing here, it's supposed to be like a TV stand, I believe, but it just looks really cool, and I'm like, ooh, that's so unique. I've never seen anything like it.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, so I just give you a zoom out, so that's it, and it's like a custom TV unit, even though the TV is kind of wall mounted, but it's still custom.
With anime characters.
Yeah, I love these figurines. They are so cute. I was like, oh my god, I have to have them. And the pumpkin things. You'll always find this pumpkin guy in like every build, because every time I see him, I'm like, I have to put him somewhere.
And a dragon egg.
A dragon egg. I just love these two. They're so magical.
Well, we actually put Dragon Ball Z characters in.
Oh yeah, this is the Brief family. If you're not unfamiliar, Trunks and Bulma Brief from Dragon Ball Z. And then we have like a bookshelf over here, and we'll come over here, and this is the kitchen area. And as you can see, look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Like all that sunlight coming in, it looks fresh and bright. So we have the dining room table. I did have a lot of issues with the dining room table. I thought so anyways. It turned out to be a roof. Because the Sims would sit at the table and they would sometimes use the counters, but then they wouldn't use the stove. And they're like, I couldn't walk there, but they could use this corner cabinet in the back. Turned out this front roof over here, as you can see, I had this wall going inside the house, so that way it looked like one continuous thing. But because this was inside the house, it acted as like an object in the house, even though it was invisible and you couldn't see it.
That's weird.
Yeah, and the Sims wouldn't use the stove or anything, so I had to drag the wall out, and that's why there's like this random wall here, just so the kitchen functions properly. It was just really weird and kind of annoying because it took me forever to figure it out that was what the issue was. And then we just have some cabinets above the fridge, and that's it. That's the kitchen. I think it's small, but it's cute, and it actually looks a lot bigger than what it is.
If it's like a one-person or two-person house.
Yeah. And then over here I just did a massive mirror. Because I just, like, mirrors make a small space seem even bigger.
It makes it look so much bigger.
So much bigger. It's like, it's another dimension.
Ooh.
It's a portal, sir. And then we'll come over here. We'll do the bedroom first. So you come into this room, and
speaking of portals.
Well, isn't that a Van Gogh painting, or it's like an interpretation of a Van Gogh painting? But I found this bed, and I found that bed cover. I'm like, oh my god, that's so pretty. So I themed the room around the bed, just because I really wanted to use that bed sheet cover thing. It was just like really cool. And this is it. They have like their marriage picture. It's not technically them, but I don't know how to make your Sims have their own pictures on the walls, so it's just pretend.
We're not scientists here.
We're not scientists, no. And that's it. It's a very basic room. It's very tiny because of the size of the shell, but we at least managed to fit a double bed in and a dresser, and I felt like that was pretty good.
Accomplished.
We have a pew. Alright, now the last part of the inside is the bathroom.
Ooh.
And we managed to fit a sink, a toilet, and a shower all in one. All in one? That's the word, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've added a little bit of storage above the toilet, which I think might be a little bit awkward now looking at it, but it just seems so empty when you only have a sink, a toilet, and a shower in a bathroom. I'm like, bathrooms are always like the most messiest part of the house. Because it's like so much stuff always all over everything. You get like hair dryers, straighteners, toothbrushes, whatever, tissues, earbuds, floss, combs, brushes. It's like everything. But in base game, all you have is like some soap and some toothbrushes. And like, it just looks so bare and empty, and I don't like that. So I tried to make it look more like busy. And that's that. So I think that's everything. That's the whole house. It's a tiny house. And we'll do a zoom out now so you can get another look at it. And it's of course going to be on our gallery under Kaotik-Insanity. And if you'd like to see us live stream, because we do all of this over on Twitch constantly for hours and hours, and it's very lonely, you can watch us over there, and we're just at Kaotik-Insanity on Twitch as well. So until then, we'll see you guys next time, I suppose. Bye-bye!
Bye.